Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. I am here today with some first impressions. We are going to be playing with the Glamlite Ice Cream Palette. So before I jump into this, I want to say if you are a fan of colorful makeup, some sassy opinions, and generally cute fat babes, I recommend just go ahead and subscribing. Click the subscribe, click the bell. You know, I'm doing that corny thing where I ask for subscribers before I start the video because supposedly that's what good YouTubers do. So I'm trying. So I tried y'all. I tried to resist. I did. I tried to resist. I really did. But I got a whole 24 hours after the palette launched, and I still wanted it a lot. And I had been thinking about it since, obviously since pre-launch. So I bought it. I bought the Glamlite Ice Cream Palette. So if you do not know what this palette is, this is a 30 pan, I'm calling it a pastel rainbow palette because these are actually handy if you're like a repanner or generally a crafter. They come in handy. But yes, I'm calling it a pastel rainbow palette because there are some gorgeous pastel mattes and shimmers, particularly in this bottom region, but there are also some bright tones. There are also some more warmy neutral tones. It also has a really large mirror, like this whole panel is a mirror except for about an inch border. And if you're new here, I'm a bit of a pastel lover. I love colors, I love colorful eyeshadow, but pastels in particular, So we're gonna play with this palette. I have swatched it. I swatch all of the shadows on like this part of my hand. I'll throw up some photos on the screen in case you're looking for just straight swatches. Knowing me, I'm probably going to be living in the bottom half, the bottom left corner zone for the first time we're playing. And in case you are curious as to what is already on my face, I have my NYX Born to Glow foundation in 1.5 Fair, revisiting this after neglecting it for quite a while. I have my Dior Backstage Rose Gold palette, which I did a first impression on this palette as well, which I will have linked in the cards right now. So I have gold pearl down my nose, I have rose on the high points of my cheeks, and then I have pink gold on the apples of my cheeks again, like I did last time for a kind of blush-ish look. If you can see my body at all, I mean, I can show you a little bit. I do have a little glow on there, doing a little high-low thing. On the body, we have Top Notch, which is this shade from the BH Cosmetics Duo Light Highlighter palette. So, in case you catch a little bit of that. Okay. We're going to zoom back in a little bit. Oh, and these earrings are by Chloe She. Shop Chloe She on Instagram. Cute little clay clouds. Now, if you know me, you know I love yellow and green. So I think I might do something with yellow and green and then mint. And maybe some purple and pink kind of underneath-ish. Let's see. Starting with mango. when I'm working kind of like lightest to darkest like this, sometimes I will just clean off my brush on my clothing or in a color switch and keep using the same brush, and that's what we're doing here. And next is Pistachio. When I swatched Pistachio, I felt like it seemed a little weak, but you know, I'm a green queen, so I judge harshly. Picking up more mango. Now, for a lot of people with pastels, they're going to start with a white base, and I definitely found that when I was working with something like Pastel Pup, that a white base helped tremendously. That might be the case here, and I don't feel like those colors blended together. I feel like the yellow kind of darkens on the skin and then is creating a little bit of a weird muddy line right there. So I'm not going to keep messing with it. I'm just going to leave it. Just going to keep moving on. Going into mint chocolate. That is blending into pistachio easier than pistachio blended into mango. I'm going to use one of my old favorite brushes and go into honey lavender, and we're going to create a winged kind of shape. Now, lavender to mint may not blend together perfectly because I noticed there's actually not a like pastel blue matte in here, which is a little weird now that I look at it. So yeah, there's a beautiful shimmer blue, but there's not a matte. So, I mean, Cookie Monster is really more periwinkle, and honey lavender, the one I just used, is, you know, more purple. So maybe I could have gone in with Cookie Monster instead, but just first impressions. Now, let me be honest. When I bought this palette, my initial thoughts, I'm picking up a tiny bit of Cookie Monster, and I'm just gonna kind of create a bit of a blue. So when I picked up this palette, my thoughts were I was completely smitten with the packaging and the colors inside, but I don't reach for big palettes. So if I like the formulas that we're dealing with here, is we're gonna do some craft time, and I'm going to attempt to turn this into a magnetic palette and then depot and repan the shadows inside as singles, because I heard great things about the Glamlite matte formula and shimmer formula, and this is actually not the very first Glamlite palette I used. I did buy this baby secondhand right before, when I was thinking about buying the pastel palette, and I used it like twice before this one came out. So this is also going to be totally destroyed at some point in time. Anyway, so there's a little insider perspective on like why I decided to make the purchase. Now, just a little bit of Cookie Monster between the mint and the purple did help. It creates a slightly more blue toned color, so okay, I'm okay with that. Now I think I'm gonna go into bubblegum, which is the medium pink. So there's mochi, bubblegum, and raspberry. Mochi, bubblegum, and raspberry. I'm gonna go in, actually, you know what, let's start with mochi, because I'm doing blush drapey things again. Here's my inspiration in case you don't know. Thorn. I will have Thorn's social media linked below. Thorn does these looks where they do like a bunch of color under the eye, because they also have like smaller eyes, and I've had this desire to do something in that realm. I'm not looking at any of their specific pictures. I guess I'm just kind of going for it. But I have blush draped with pastel palettes in the past, so I thought I would try something out. It's probably just going to end up looking like I have pink under eyes, but I don't really care. Actually, I'm going to go into another clean big brush and bring the yellow up. Because I always like a yellow, like up here for some reason. I don't know, we're just playing right now. I should clean my brushes. Well, it's not happening right now, but going into bubblegum and going closer to the lash line. And just the tiniest bit of raspberry on the tip of the brush. Right at the lash line. Picking up more of honey lavender. And I think I want that to kind of blur out a little bit. It's like a pastel rainbow haze. This is also why sometimes I like to wait to do my brows, because I think if I had product there, I would have more trouble doing something like this. And I didn't bring primer up this way, so it's not clinging a bunch, but that's okay. Going in with a dense brush and raspberry right at the lower lash line. I will say, as a palette to like hold up and use the mirror, this is a little heavy, so there's that. We're gonna go in with glitter glue, and I'm probably not gonna talk through what I'm going to do, but I think it'll be some mix of colors. I say I'm not gonna talk through now, I probably will. So I ended up using 6 shimmers. I wouldn't normally bother with something like that on because I have such small hooded eyes, but I'm just playing tonight. We have lemon on the inner corner, and then birthday cake, and then cotton candy, and then blueberry cheesecake, and then the bright pink I used is strawberry. And then I used a little bit of gelato, a more blue tone purple on that outer corner. Let me do some waterline and mascara and brow gel, and I'll be back to show you the finished eye before I go and do the other eye. I did something I don't feel like I do often, although it's been a little more often than ever before. I did a little black wing, a really skinny little one, to match the blue lower lash line and lower wing. The blue liner is from Lethal Cosmetics. Added mascara, brow gel, and I'm going to go do the other eye and then zoom out and give you some first impression thoughts. So this is the finished look with the Glamlite Ice Cream Palette. I, of course, had to add some black lipstick, House of Uni Wicked to be exact, the only black lipstick I give a fuck about. And yeah, as I mentioned before, we have some blue liner from Lethal Cosmetics. The black liquid liner is from Drench Cosmetics, as per usual. And that is the look. Now, first impressions, I think that these perform, some of the ones that I tried perform like I expected Pastel to perform in terms of opacity and blend. And that means that they are colorful shadows, but they're a little bit sheer in a way. So like the way the under eyes, the way my bags kind of pop out even through the pink, to me, that kind of feels like the shadows are a little bit more sheer. The shimmers are nice. Some of them perform better than others from just this first application. So we have a lot more to play with. There's a lot of shadows in here. There's a lot of playing with. And yeah, I'm excited to see what I think about it over time. And if there are any particular colors or looks you would like to see me take on with this beautiful baby here, definitely let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments, or if you ever see looks on Instagram or Twitter that you would like to see me kind of do my spin on, you can always DM them to me, tag me in the comments, anything like that. I love hearing from y'all. If you enjoyed this video, definitely like it. As I mentioned earlier, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much to my patrons. I've been forgetting to mention that. You mean the world to me. You make every day, every week, every month better, and I appreciate you so, so much. I cannot do this outro to save my life, and none of it's even blooper worthy. So like, thank you so much for spending a bit of your day with me. Hopefully I will see you again real soon. Stay safe out there, wear your damn masks, and I will see you real soon. Bye, friends. I can't do this outro. Urgh.